3 months ago, a movie called Kpop Demon Hunters came out on Netflix, and that movie has destroyed my productivity ever since. As you can tell from my inconsistent upload schedule and generous amount of fanfiction, I am obsessed with this movie to the point that whenever I listen to the soundtrack, for the 100th time, my dad side-eyes me. Well, the joke's on him because I got him to listen to the songs and now his favorite song from the movie is Golden. We got him, guys! I think my favorite aspect of the movie is the character designs. The outfits, facial expressions, and the weapons look so beautiful and unique. Seeing all the fan art that came from it is eye candy. Also, the concept art is amazing. I wish I could have seen them in the movie or a future installment.
Y'all cool with your girl making more money than y'all? Ladies, y'all cool with making more money? Drop another diss track, and my life is yours!
Makes me wonder what it would be like if I created my own character for this world. Wait a minute. We're live in 3, 2, 1, action! Hey guys! Today I'm going to be creating an original character for Kpop Demon Hunters. This video is going to be completely self-indulgent, meaning that this video is just going to be for me and because I wanted to make it. This has been a passion project of mine for a while now, and I haven't put this much effort into an OC until this one. So if you decide to stick around, I would really appreciate it. Thank you. Now, enough stalling. It's time to yap about my Kpop Demon Hunters OC, Jamie. Jamie was an old My Hero Academia OC I had for at least 3 years. As his story evolved, he had his own story completely separated from MHA. Jamie wasn't actually my first choice for this AU. I actually considered using Bree, another OC of mine, for the AU. Then I realized it wouldn't work because Bree is 16 and all the other characters are adults. I didn't want to age Bree up, so I decided to look for other OCs to use until I ended up choosing Jamie, and the rest was history. In this AU, Jamie is a demon hunter alongside the Saja boys. That's right folks, this is a role reversal AU. If you don't know what that is, it's in the name. The characters swap roles with one another. Huntrix swaps with the Saja boys, Celine swaps with Gwi-Ma, and Bobby swaps with no one. I thought about swapping him with Jelly the water demon, but I realized Bobby is perfect and doesn't need to be swapped with anyone. I still like you, Jelly, but we don't need you for now. You're probably wondering why this is a role reversal AU. Why couldn't I just make Jamie a demon? First off, let me have this. And second of all, this is because the AU is heavily inspired and based on a fanfiction I'm currently reading. It's called Encore for the Damned, and it's written by Clarity Bell and Punisher Beauty on AO3. Believe me when I tell you that this fanfiction has its claws on me. Every morning I would check my phone to see if the fic has been updated, and I would start making theories and analyzing the storytelling. I definitely recommend reading Encore for the Damned if you like role reversal fics and seeing the Saja boys having fleshed out personalities and dynamics, because aside from Jinu, the movie didn't really give them that. Sony, I beg you, bring my boys back! For Jamie's design, I wanted to go for a more punk aesthetic with his outfit. Kind of like the outfits that Stray Kids would wear, specifically in their music video for Chick Chick Boom. So for my original concept, Jamie's palette leaned into more darker colors like maroon and purple. However, while I was drawing him, I realized that he wouldn't match the Saja Boys' aesthetic, which had more soft and pastel colors like BTS. I didn't want to put my sketch to waste, so my solution was to change the colors to a more pastel palette to match the theme. Jamie's outfit is also based on the content creator Ina B's outfit when she was dancing to Soda Pop with her leather jacket, tank top, and cargo pants. The most challenging part of this drawing was trying to find the right skin tone for Jamie, because in his original story, Jamie had gray skin like my OC Vivian. So, I decided to focus on his hair color first, which I made a darker shade of purple to match Mystery's light purple hair. Blue, gray, wait a minute, what color is Mystery's hair? When I started to color in his skin, I wanted to make the color a bit pale to reference Jamie's gray skin, But then I realized that he looks like a vampire. He looks like those vampires in Twilight, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh.
You're beautiful. Beautiful. This is the skin of a killer, though.
I tried to fix it by making his skin more tan and making his hair even darker, and it resulted in this. Honestly, I still don't know how to feel about the color. I think it's because I'm so used to seeing him with gray skin. This should work for now because I still have a lot to draw and render. Oh dear. For Jamie's pants, I wanted to add a Hanmoon pattern on them like how Rumi and Mira have similar patterns on their idol outfits. Although I'm not sure if they are Hanmoon patterns, but we're gonna roll with it. In order for the pattern to stand out, I had to make the pants darker. I also made the boots a darker shade of pink in order to match Jamie's jacket and pants. Unfortunately, I made the pants too dark because I was so focused on making sure the pattern stand out. If I were to redo the outfit again, I would have made the pants and boots a bit lighter. Now for the accessories. I added some chains and a fingerless glove to Jamie's outfit to add to the punk aesthetic. I gave him a heart necklace to match romance, and I also gave him a pink belt with a lion buckle because, you know, Saja boys, and Saja means lion. I thought I was really clever when I drew that. I gave him some mascara, which is based on the HUNTR looks Huntrix wore when they were getting battle ready. I added some claw marks to his tank top to emphasize the lion theme a bit. This was inspired by Love's Arts 23's Saja Boys redesigns when she gave Mystery the same claw marks. Also, side note, I really love her redesigns, especially the ones with Abby and Romance. I really like Abby's blonde hair and Romance's shoes because I firmly believe Romance would be the type of person to wear heels. So, yeah. I also gave Jamie a gray hair tie because in the AU, it was given to him by his partner Gabriel. It's Jamie's good luck charm and he never takes it off. I drew a pink earring last minute. I wanted to draw Jamie's ear cuffs that were in the sketch, but his bangs were covering the other ear, so you wouldn't see them. Jamie's ear cuffs are there in spirit. Drawing the Noriga? I'm just gonna say Norige. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Drawing the Norige was probably my favorite part in the drawing process because I was just fiddling with the design and it turned out good. I colored the Norige red because that's Jamie's main color, and I added some charms to match his personality. I added the comedy and tragedy mask as a reference to Jamie being a theater kid, and I added a little tiger charm for Jamie's love of animals. It was then that I realized that the masks and the red color made the Norige look like Gangle. First Twilight, now the amazing digital circus. When will these unintentional references end? I wanted to add some charms representing the other boys to show how close Jamie is with them, but I didn't want to add too many charms since it could ruin the drawing. So, I decided to make a version where these parts of the Norige had the main colors of the Saja boys. Jinu has dark purple because I didn't want to use black, Romance has pink, Abby has green, Baby has blue, and Mystery has light purple. I should have made the purple even lighter, but this works for now. Tell me down below in the comments which version of the Norige you like better, the one with the plain red or the one with the different colors. Let me know.
If you want something bad, you have to fight for it. Step up your game, Scott.
들려요? 아무도 안 들리죠? 이게 너무 좋아요.
Here is the final design. Even though there is some stuff in the drawing I want to adjust a bit, like the color, I still like how it turned out. Making this AU improved my drawing skills by a lot, and I am forever grateful for the movie and this fanfiction for helping me improve and keeping me motivated. I actually made a version of this drawing where Jamie is holding his Demon Hunter weapon, which is an axe, and I made it look like an electric guitar to fit the punk theme. I thought I messed it up while I was drawing it, but I trusted the process and I loved how it turned out. In the movie, Huntrix have multiple outfits, And since this is a role reversal AU, it's only fitting for Jamie to have some alternate outfits too. The second outfit I gave Jamie is his casual look with a red tank top and some loose pants with some rips on the knees. Coming up with the pattern for the tank top was really hard because I wanted to use a pattern from Korea. In the end, I just copied the pattern on Mira's idol outfit because I didn't want to use the one that I was unfamiliar with. For the accessories, Jamie is wearing some light purple sneakers, a chain necklace, and he's using his hair tie as a bracelet. His hair is tied up in a bun, which I'm surprised looks really good. I was worried it wouldn't look like hair, but I think the color and rendering helped a lot. I made an alternate version of this look where Jamie is wearing a big hoodie and some shades as a disguise when he and the boys go to Dr. Han. My brother and I call him Dr. Chicken because we forgot what his name was, and he looked like Heihei from Moana. For the third outfit, I made Jamie's golden look. This was inspired by Mira's golden outfit and this outfit that Chon Eun-woo wore. I added some golden fringe on his shoulders and I gave him the star earring to make the silhouette more defined. I added a Norige looking buckle into his belt and a tassel on his waist. I also included the pattern on Chon Eun-woo's outfit onto Jamie's polo shirt. I think the only thing I would change is that I would lessen the blue and pink sparkle on his jacket and polo shirt. This is definitely my favorite look out of all the other outfits because it's exactly how I pictured it in my head. Time for my favorite part of this video, the lore. I wonder if I can do like a MatPat voice. Lore! No, never mind. When I was trying to find a good format to do this segment, I decided to do it in a wiki format, like how fans would make profiles for their favorite idols. So, I searched on Google for examples and templates, and that's when I found out K-pop profiles was a thing. K-pop profiles was used for the Soju boys in the fanfic I'm reading, so I thought it was just made up for Encore for the Dam. In my defense, I'm very new to the K-pop fandom, so I didn't know it was real. I apologize for that. After that discovery, I used the Stray Kids and fanfiction's profiles as a template for the one I'm going to make for Jamie. And here it is! Jamie represents the bad boy archetype. This is why I keep giving him a punk aesthetic. He is sassy and blunt, he has a bit of a temper, but deep down he is very caring and protective since he is the oldest out of the group. Because Jamie has this bad boy reputation among the fans, he would be the one in the Soju boys with the most controversy. The arguments are basically Jamie is a bully and rude, when in reality that is not true at all. He's a mama's boy, he wouldn't dare do such a thing. I chose the stage name Rogue because the other Soju boys, except Jinu, use stage names. I refuse to believe that Baby and Abby are their actual names. I don't believe that. That's not real, guys. They just made it up, right? Please don't tell me their real names are Baby and Abby. I wanted to use Rebel as a stage name, but Rogue sounded cooler and I already used Rebel for Jamie's Soju Friends Lion. Jamie's birthday is actually a reference to his MHA origins since the manga was first serialized on July 7, 2014. Also, I feel like I need to mention this. Jamie is a guy. He is male. He is a man. The reason I wanted to mention this is because when I first showed Jamie to my cousins and my brother, they thought he was a girl. I think him having long hair gave them that assumption, or it's because my art style is very soft, so yeah, he kinda does look feminine, but he is very much a guy. This actually gave me the idea that people would assume that Jamie's a girl when they first meet him, especially if they meet him from behind, and it would lead to a very awkward conversation considering Jamie has a masculine voice. However, that doesn't stop Jamie from dressing up feminine. I think he would be pretty comfortable wearing clothes that are considered girly. So thank you to my cousins and my brother for that idea. If you're wondering how the other characters like the Soju boys act in my AU, read Encore for the Damned. Like I said previously, I am obsessed with this fic, so a lot of the dynamics and personalities of the Soju boys are based on the fanfiction. Speaking of the Saja boys, it's time to talk about their dynamics with Jamie. I'll also include other characters' dynamics like Bobby to the mix as well. Jamie is very close to Mystery and considers him as his best friend, and Mystery feels the same way. They were also the first to be recruited by Gwi-Ma. The funny thing is, the fans don't see how close Jamie and Mystery are because they're polar opposites. Mystery is quiet and calm, while Jamie is loud and hot-tempered. Mystery is the only person Jamie listens to, so he knows how to stop Jamie from doing any mischief or shenanigans. Although I will say Mystery on the outside is not always quiet and calm. I think him barking at a fan during the fan meet kind of explains everything.
For coming, not bad for the boy.
So fun fact, Jamie had a crush on Romance when they first met. The crush fizzled out over time, so Jamie mostly sees him as a brother. I'd like to think Romance and Jamie are gossip buddies. They always sit next to each other during events so they can talk to one another. They like to watch musicals together and do spa days. Romance and Jamie are also the choreographers of the group. Basically, they're the definition of slay. Jamie and Abby are gym partners. They like to train and spar one another, which ultimately leads to property damage. They're also the ones active the most on social media. Most of the content they post together is dance challenges and silly stuff. Do you know how Mr. Jorge Jalapeno would sing goofy songs about the animals he sees?
Mr. Squirrel, Mr. Squirrel. Mr. Squirrel, Mr. Squirrel.
Those are the kinds of silly stuff that Abby and Jamie post. I have this headcanon that Abby could change his voice from deep and serious to a super goofy one because his voice actor is Sung-Hwan Cho, otherwise known as
King Dragon.
Pro CD. I really like this headcanon and I will keep talking about it until everyone knows. Baby is the maknae because obviously he's the youngest out of the group. Because of this, Jamie would constantly annoy Baby. It's the sibling code, and Jamie isn't one to break the sacred code. Don't worry about Baby though, he always gets his revenge through pranking Jamie. Baby and Jamie are also the only ones who know how to cook, or at least cook really well, so they would work together in the kitchen to bond with one another. The other Saja boys aren't allowed to cook anymore because of the incident. What is the incident, I hear you ask? Let's just say the incident involved a baking challenge that went downhill. Like, really downhill. I feel super guilty saying this, but in my defense, it's for plot purposes. Unlike the other boys, Jinu and Jamie aren't close. They hang out with one another when they're in the group, but when they're alone, they don't really talk much. This is because Jinu is very secretive, so Jamie would give him some space. Jamie knows Jinu is keeping a secret from everyone, he just doesn't know what it is. Out of respect, Jamie never pushes. Instead, Jamie makes sure that Jinu feels safe and comfortable. He would give Jinu his jackets since Jinu feels comfortable wearing long sleeves and other subtle actions. Overall, Jamie is doing his big brother duties. We stan a good brother figure, everyone. Jamie and the Saja boys see Bobby as a father figure or a fun uncle. Jamie really cares about Bobby and tries not to make any trouble, but there's just one tiny, minuscule,
Infinitesimal.
of a problem. Jamie swears a lot, which is a PR nightmare for Bobby. Jamie tries his best not to cuss, but sometimes a word or two would come out, especially when he gets startled. I can't count how many times Jamie had to apologize to Bobby. Jamie's relationship with Gwi-Ma is complicated. He respects Gwi-Ma and is grateful to be recruited, but his cold and strict attitude makes Jamie uncomfortable, especially when he sees how Gwi-Ma's attitude affects the other boys. In order to lighten up the atmosphere, Jamie would make sassy quips, which Gwi-Ma does not appreciate, unfortunately. I think this is how Jamie was given the role of the bad boy, which is probably karma given by Gwi-Ma, but Jamie doesn't seem to mind. Probably. I'm just gonna be straightforward with this. Jamie hates Huntrix. The only Huntrix Jamie tolerates the most is probably Mira because she doesn't hide her intentions unlike Zoe and Rumi. I don't really have anything else to say about Huntrix because of spoilers, but if you watch the movie, you probably know what's going to happen. If you want to learn more about Jamie and the Saja boys, the speed paints I did in this part of the video and the other drawings are in my community posts, which you can check out in the description or in my community tab. This part of the script was the most difficult to write because I had to cut out a lot of stuff about Jamie's backstory that are spoilers in his original storyline. And some parts of it are, to put it lightly, very angsty. Now, I love Angst. I read a lot of fanfiction and I have cried every single time whenever I read the Demon Slayer manga. But I know the main demographic of my channel cannot handle that type of angst, so I'm not going to be talking about those parts of the backstory because of that and also because of spoilers. Instead, I'm only going to talk about the parts of Jamie's backstory that are unique to this AU alone. But I should specify that one part of the original story that I'm going to talk about in this AU is that Jamie is adopted. He's adopted in this AU and in the original storyline. That's just one thing, but I just wanted to specify that. Now, with that out of the way, let's get into Jamie's life before the Saja boys. When Jamie was 6, he was adopted by his parents and moved to Korea. At first, Jamie was a bit nervous around them. Fortunately, his parents were very loving and supportive, so Jamie was able to have a good childhood. However, not everything was sunshine and rainbows for this kid. We need angst, people. Character development isn't over yet. Turns out, having a scar on your nose can lead to a lot of rumors. Add the fact that Jamie was taller and stronger than most of the kids in his town, and he ended up being a big target for bullies. Due to this, Jamie would hide his scar using band-aids or makeup, but covering it was pointless anyways because the bullying never stopped. I think hiding his scar would continue until adulthood, especially during his idol career because it's already bad enough to be seen as the bad boy of the group. That's why during the speed paint, I clipped Jamie's skin color over the scar and lowered its opacity to make it look like it was being hidden with makeup. Jamie's parents got him out of the elementary school after they heard about the bullying and homeschooled him until middle school. His new middle school was okay, to say the least. It was outside of his town in the city, so Jamie wasn't getting bullied, but no one wanted to talk to him because he looked intimidating. Once high school rolled around, Jamie decided to sign up for the theater club, and that's where he was able to come out of his shell. He was able to make friends, gain confidence, and he was actually having a fun time doing theater. He decided to continue doing theater throughout college until he was recruited by Gwi-Ma. After he was recruited, he only did small roles or backstage stuff to focus on idol training. I believe Jamie would feel some regret leaving his theater dreams to pursue his idol career, but he's still grateful for the opportunity. If he wasn't recruited, he would have continued doing theater as his career. The only reason Jamie decided to become an idol was because he wanted to be a demon hunter. He thought that if he agreed to join, he would have a chance to show people that he wasn't someone to be feared, but someone you can rely on to protect you. And that's all I have to show for today's video. I actually made a comic for a cutout section of the script because I made it beforehand, and it's for those who wanted to see what the section was about. It's in the community tab and will be posted the same day this video is uploaded. The comic actually gives some hints as to what Jamie's life was like before he got adopted. The comic is just like all the angst art I made for Jamie, so it won't be explicit or dark, but like I said, it's very angsty, so be careful when you do read it. I also wrote some one-shots along with the other drawings I did, so it will be in the description as well if you want to read it. I'm not the best writer, this is why I draw, but I hope you still enjoy reading them. This video has been a labor of love. After I made all those drawings and storylines, I decided to compile all of them into this video so I can go back to this little AU of mine whenever I want, and I hope this video does the same thing for you. I still have so many ideas and drawings I hope I could do in the future, and I'll be grateful if you decide to stick around to see what's in store for Jamie and the Saja boys. Anyways, that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you're entertained. Bye!